Hello, my paper peeps. Today I want to share with you how I embellish my scrapbooks and journals, and this is really kind of the final step. You've gone through your journal, you've embellished inside, you've created these amazing art pages, and now you're saying, okay, I've completed the journal. All the things that I've wanted to write about are in here, and now it's time to finalize this journal. And if you're new and just jumping on, I do have videos that show you how to embellish and create these amazing tags and tabs and that kind of stuff, as well as other videos that show you how to put together composition pages that will give you this cohesive look that you'll want in your journals. And so I have a video for that, but today I'm just going to show you different techniques, different ways to finish it off. Now, most journals and most scrapbooks, the cover is plain, and that's okay. See, in my case, I don't mind it because I have all this embellishing on the top that really kind of draws your attention to the book and says, "Ooh, what's in there?" So you don't necessarily need any more than what you have here. But if you find that the outside is quite bland, then here's a few techniques that I think you might want to try. So with this journal, what I did was I used several different pieces of cardstock and then also one or two pieces of ephemera from a specific line that I had from a long time ago. So I wish I could tell you where this was from. If anyone knows where this is from, can you put that in the description box below, because I have no clue where I got this from. So forgive me, I'm using old stuff, but I just found that it paired well with this book. Anyways, what I did is that I wanted to use this within the album and also wanted to use it as trinkets on the outside of my journal. So what I did was I laminated this whole page. And I did cut off a portion of it so that, because the laminator I have only laminates 8.5 by 11. So I did cut off a portion so that this could fit through the laminator. But with that being said, I thought, I still have several pieces that I want to use, and I didn't want it to go to waste. So I thought, what a great way of finishing off this book and just adding this beautiful addition to the book. Now, one of the things I do recommend, if you do, I should add that to my list, is I will do a video on top 10 things that every crafter should have. And, a laminator is awesome, because then it makes any paper that you like, it makes it usable outside of the book and literally indestructible. And it can be used as ephemera outside the book. So if you're in the market of saying, you know what, I want to spend money this month, then buy a laminator. But with that being said, this is how I will use this piece of ephemera on the outside. I'm going to use double-sided adhesive, but I also have like this, as well as an extra chain that was from this. I'm going to use that. I have some trinkets that I want to hang off of there. And is this Louis Vuitton? Trust me, I did not buy this. It looks like Louis Vuitton, but anyways, yeah, I think this was some cheap thing that my daughter brought home. Anyways, I'm going to use that in here because that looks great. So what I'm going to do is, I also actually haven't even have this. This is because I do have, I'll show you this here. My journal has got a bit of a vintage Paris theme to it. This kind of has, I think it says Paris on it, but even if it doesn't, I thought, you know what, I don't know where I got this, I'm going to use it anyways. So I have one of these label holders. I'm just going to stick that in there. Now, if you don't have this, that's not a big deal either. You can actually just, I don't know, put a quote in there or just leave it empty. Sometimes negative space is good, and I actually use that here on one of my my tags here. It's just this whole idea of, empty space, and used it as a place to put a trinket. So don't necessarily have to have any inspirational quote in there or anything like that. But I am going to use hair elastics to add a little bit more dimension to this. And I've used this a couple of times in my journal, but The one thing with these hair elastics is that they can really stretch. Sometimes what I will do is to get it to stretch so that this doesn't bow on me, is that I'll actually kind of wrap it around the book like this. Leave it overnight, and then by the morning it will actually be quite stretched out. But in this case, we'll just leave it like that. And I will just put that on here. There's one. I still like this whole idea of creating an area where it's drawing the eye inward, and it can be here because that's where your flower is. You can do that. Or it can be up here. I don't even know if I'll use the cream one or the clear one on there. It just doesn't show up very good. So we'll just use this. There's one there. I don't want to take that off here. Let's just take that off for now. I'm going to hang this onto here. Again, I'm just kind of repurposing and reusing a ton of stuff that I have. Stuff that my daughter brings home from grandma's house. That I'm like, I'd never wear that. But you know what? I like it enough to actually keep it. So there's nothing wrong with that. And there's this here. I will keep this though. Absolutely 110% I'll keep that. Because I guarantee you I will use this somewhere in one of my other projects. These little things, if you don't have old necklaces and stuff, you can buy them online. They're called jump rings. And they're used to make jewelry. That. And I found my initial. So I'll put that on there too. There's another trinket. And you know what, as time goes on, because this is my Paris theme, I might add more to it. But for now, I'm just trying to give you an idea here of how to embellish. But we'll add these back on here. That down, use double-sided tape. You're like, Christine, that's not gonna stay. I'm like, it will. It will stay. Another idea, if you don't want to use like hair elastics, you can always use floss thread or hemp cord. I've used it in other projects. I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna try this. This is different. I was in Forever 21 with my daughter, and I look at everything as like, how can I use that in my crafting? Especially if it's like a dime a dozen. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I can use that somewhere in my crafting. I know I can. So yeah, she might be buying, cute little crop tops, but when I go into Forever 21, I'm looking at crafting stuff. Because even like, their jewelry, if there's something that's really neat and it's like $1.99 that it's on sale for cheap, I'm like, geez, why not? If I can visualize it in my projects and it's a good deal, I'll buy it. And I've done that before, so we are going to put that up here. Are we centered? Because my head is not right above the camera. I don't know. Hope we're centered. Anyways, there we go. If not, I'll fix it later. So there is one way to finish off your journals. Lamination, metal trinkets, and hair elastics that you can buy at Forever 21. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to know how I put this all together, you'll probably want to watch this collection of videos here. It has great techniques, and I hope that you can use some of them. So take care, have a fantastic week, and we'll see you in my other videos. Bye.